with another review this time of the recently released movie
The Creator.
The Creator, starring John David Washington, Gemma Chan, Ken Watanabe's in this, and Allison Janney was kind of surprised. I was like, she looked familiar, but she had her hair cut short. I almost didn't recognize her. Anyway, so The Creator's a sci-fi movie about artificial intelligence, and go.
Actually, I really liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was too long,
Okay.
but I
interesting.
did like the story.
Okay. It seemed to be some, what do I want to call it? Reference to like Vietnam or Korean War type
Very
of
much so.
themes
Very much so.
among this, and involving. And another thing was like, we're so used to like thinking of AI movies in the past is that the AI is going to take over and destroy humanity, rather
Skynet.
than Skynet, the Skynet theory. And this is another one that flips that on its ear and takes another approach about what AI could be. And,
Right.
And
Well, one reason I really like this movie is because of a lot of things.
okay.
Well, because the creator, or what was considered the creator, seemed to be, what we all think of or see God as. We see God, but they try to emulate that all the good that you saw, and the creator, which was half human, half
Well, that wasn't the creator. That was the creation.
right.
Okay. And the actual creator, which makes sense to me, but I don't want to reveal what it is because it's kind of it's a surprise in the movie, but not really a surprise once you kind of get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
well, that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. Well, I think that kind of
It does flip things on its head in terms of like when you think of the creator in terms of Western theology, and you think of the man with the white beard in the sky
Yes.
kind of thing. So
well.
and
No,
but
I think you're right,
and-
especially that it is more, and that is true. Is more of a movie about the creation
yeah.
of the creators.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's this child that everybody. It's a new type of AI that has abilities far beyond the ones that exist.
Right, because
That were created before it.
right.
And it seems to have the ability to kind of bring humanity and AI kind of together.
Yes.
And
And say we love
yeah, in a peaceful manner.
right.
So, and it's about protecting this child. It's an so interesting concept. There's a lot of like I said, themes and parallels to Vietnam, possibly, and the Korean War, with America as the bad guys. America, we like to think when we go into other countries and do military actions that it's for the cause of democracy or to free people from the oppression, and this kind of like, well, when you look at it from the people's point of view, maybe it's not so much. You kind of learn, you're kind of like assholes and dicks just kind of barreling over in a place where you don't belong and don't understand.
Yeah, it's kind of like the saying, believe in me and my God, or I'll kill you and yours.
Exactly. That's a great saying.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some, and we discussed this, and it's a lot of interest. This is a lot of interesting themes to discuss and happen in film, but I don't feel this movie was as interesting as the themes it's proposed. Like you said, it was too long.
Right. It was too long. Um, I think they would linger where they can quickly tell
They could have done.
certain parts of the story. Because I look at the whole movie as one big, great story.
Okay.
But
It lost me for a large portion of its telling it of it. It's just like, what's going on? I don't care.
yes, and that's because they told you what was going on, but it took 10 to 15 minutes when it could have taken.
That's maybe that's
10 to
that's
15
a
seconds.
good observation. That maybe that's what it kind of just drags on in certain areas. You're like, what's happening now? What's the point of this? What's this to this for the this point in the story, for the rest of the story? Where is it leading to? Where am I coming from? I just felt kind of lost for a large portion of this movie. Like the beginning, I found like kind of really interesting, although I felt like John David Washington was trying too hard a little bit, and then I got I'm just lost. I don't care. I'm starting to doze off. And then the last third of it was like really, really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts to come. The story starts to come together, and it's like, okay, these are the things. Everything's kind of coalescing, and you're kind of you're starting to understand what this movie wants to be about. And then it ends, and I was like, I found that interesting and different, but I was lost for most of it. I didn't care for most of it.
Yes, and I think the movie inadvertently did that to you.
Like you said, there are scenes that they could have done in 15 seconds that drag on.
Yes.
And aren't that interesting.
Right.
And I will get like John David Washington's credit. The reason why he was trying so hard is because these characters are just not characters to me. They're not developed characters. They're like archetypes. They're they're no personalities. And this is the same. Like this movie is directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Rogue One, and I know a lot of people love Rogue One. I didn't. I thought it was kind of cool visuals, cool action, but it had the same problem to me. I wasn't. The characters weren't interesting, and I had a hard time kind of like caring about what happened to them and following along till like the end when it wrapped up.
Well,
I was like, oh, okay, that was
one thing I can tell you,
except for one
is
character.
that they said we have some paint here, and they said this and this and this and this is in the paint, and then you mix it and it becomes this, and they describe the paint and how it came about and what is all the ingredients in this paint, and so of course you don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
And then after that, then they take it and they roll it on the living room wall, and then force you to watch it to dry.
Okay. Okay, maybe so. Yeah. It was like watching paint dry.
And then you go
with incredible looking paint.
Yeah, I wanted this color on my wall.
I love this color. It's amazing, but I don't want to watch it dry.
I had to take 2 hours to watch it
dry to get to that color.
To get to the color that I was looking for.
I get it. That is this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so great special effects. It's just, but so John David Washington is trying his damnedest to give his character some kind of personality. So, but it comes out because it's not written there. It comes out as him just like over.
Or it was written and they said, it's taking too long. Let's take that part out.
Oh, well, I don't know. He was trying, and it was just, nobody has a personality in this movie. I mean, maybe the kid. The kid is, adorable and sweet and kind of innocent, and you put all your hopes and dreams into hope, the future of humanity with it.
And there was like this is a great person, a great character.
Mhm.
This is a great person, a great character. Yeah, let's move them like this, and we'll
Not
just
put them
say
together. Yeah, there was no
they're into
no
this.
interesting interaction. There's no personalities. There's no character interaction. Nobody has a personality. You know, they don't play off of each other
Right.
in a way that's interesting. And yeah, Rogue One had the same problem for me. It's like I don't care about
Yes.
any of these people. They're not interesting. They're not. They don't even have interesting interactions. They don't have interesting dynamics. They don't have interesting contrasts. You know.
And I think what happened, because they were about to have that, then they said, "Okay, yeah, that's enough."
You think? I don't even think they were about to have it. It's just not there. So.
Well, I would think as a person that would happen, but at some point they said, "Oh yeah, that's enough."
To do a comparison, because we just did the review for First Man about Neil Armstrong, who very cool, calm, collected, and intellectual, very quiet and internal. I mean, probably why there was never a movie about Neil Armstrong. If you watch like a documentary on him, he was kind of a boring dude.
Yeah.
But that movie made him interesting.
Yes.
They found the things about him and his personality, and were able to pull out an interesting character. They were able to give him friends and things to play off of.
Right.
Well, you know, they take the different personalities of the other astronaut and make that interesting. Their differences interesting. How they viewed life, how they made decisions, how they process it. And you know, this movie. So you have a boring guy. You can make fascinating, technically, but this one they couldn't. There's just not one interesting character in this movie.
No, because like I said, with the paint, they showed you all the ingredients, and then they go, they didn't tell you about them mixing it.
Okay.
And then they said, now we're going to put it on the wall, and it's going to dry.
And it's going to get to that color you love after 2 hours of watching it.
Yes.
And won't get to that. You won't get it till that point.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's
And that's it. Anyway, so that's the creator. It's available. Any other final thoughts on this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was, like I said in the beginning, it's way too long. They could have actually told this movie they
could have been a short movie.
Yeah, it could have been a short movie, and it would have been a great movie.
Yeah. I didn't see the point of all the scenes. It's like, okay, they're trying to make a Vietnam thing. Hi, Ginger. Big Gin is here. Yeah. Other than the parallels of that. Oh, okay, I get that. But not really making a strong point about it at the same time.
Right.
You know, so it's I wanted to see this in movie theaters. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah, because it was like.
I would have fell asleep at Sinopolis. I would have been there with my big old bowl, metal tub of popcorn, and a dinner and a drink, and I would have knocked right out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is the creator. It is streaming at home right now. You can pay for it like $20 or something like that, and watch it at home. And it's visually great looking. It does kind of, if you stick with it, there is somewhat satisfying ending to it, but an overall experience, I was kind of
Yeah. I'd say watch it, but you have to get one of those machines that goes like this and holds your eyes open. And
like Clockwork Orange, you know?
and have a cup with you for the drool.
Oh no! Wow, you know, yeah. Anyway, so we out.
We out.
We out.